Hi guys, it's Thommo and welcome back to another Arrow review for the week. And this week we took a bit of a sidestep away from the Damien Darhk story and actually had an episode where we focused on Diggle. The Diggles. Finally. So this week's episode took a sidestep away from Damien Darhk, which isn't a bad thing, and we focused on Diggle and his brother Andy and the link with Argus and this rogue organisation that has been quietly unsettling some Argus agents, and Diggle and Lila get involved with the reappearance of Amanda Waller, and we get quite an interesting evolution in the story between Diggle and his brother, and we get some really nice flashback sequences as well. And to add to that, we also had Felicity and Oliver trying to cope with the fact that Felicity is now wheelchair bound, and there were some really good moments with Felicity and the fact that she's on this medication and she's seeing the old version of her and the kind of out there version with the black hair and the nose ring and no glasses, and it made for a really nice change and really showed how brilliant Emily Bett Rickards is. It actually made quite a nice change for Arrow to kind of sidestep their main story and focus away mainly from Oliver and finally put Diggle in the spotlight, because he's not been in the, considering we're in the fourth series, he's not really been in the spotlight that much. So it made a welcome addition to the show, just to pad out his story. And you know, it's always nice to see Amanda Waller thrown into the mix as well. And as I say, their story is just as interesting as that the main one that's ongoing. And it really did it kind of refreshed the show a little bit, because it can often stick to the same formula week in, week out, and I think this one was a bit of a pull the rug from underneath us and show us that they have got a hell of a lot more to offer, even with the show so far into its run. That main story aside, I think the performance of Emily Bett Rickards this week was amazing, especially when she was seeing the visions of her former self. Those scenes were absolutely perfect, and I think it made for a really interesting development in obviously her being in a wheelchair now and how she was coping with it, and obviously, as always, her interactions with Stephen Amell's Oliver, they just can't get any more in there with the chemistry. So it's just they're just brilliant. They really are. And I've also got to add a special mention in where they finally got her a code name, and they mentioned Oracle and said it was already taken. I think that was a stroke of genius from the writers, but oversight. I'm not so sure about the name, but it'll probably work. So at least she's finally got herself a code name. So despite a lack of Damien Darhk, I thought this episode was really, really good, and say it was a really nice sidestep away from the main story. So, and you know, the showrunners clearly know that the show needs a bit of a refresh now and again, and I think this is the type of episode that us fans really appreciate and can pick up quite easily. So as always, Arrow is hitting the spot again. So as always, guys, thank you very much for listening to my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. There'll be plenty more content coming soon. And just make sure you check out my channel. There's going to be some more movie reviews, certainly, and the ongoing TV reviews as well. And check out theurbantwist.com. Their site is featuring my reviews, and there's plenty more for you to see on there. And make sure you click the subscribe button, because I really appreciate you following me and you watching my videos. So, as always, thank you very much. And